Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chesterton's Jest, where we keep a critical eye on faith and culture, especially within the Catholic Church today. In an age where even church teachings seem to be shifting, we're here to explore and question the ideas and changes that challenge timeless truths. Through thought-provoking, often humorous perspectives, we aim to bring clarity to conversations others might avoid, holding fast to orthodoxy with the courage to question what feels off track. If you would like to join us as we dig deeper into the faith with reverence, wit, and a touch of Chestertonian insight, you can support this channel by gently pressing the like, share, and subscribe buttons in that order, and we thank you for your support. Our topic, up for discussion today, A Pilgrim's Guide to the Holy Mass. The word, the smoke, the turning, and the tune. Part 2. The smoke. Holy smoke, the fragrance of prayer and the fire of sacrifice. What is incense, if not prayer made visible? It curls upward like a sigh from the soul, a whispered longing lifted toward the heavens. To the modern man, smoke indoors is either a fire hazard or a culinary failure. But in the sanctuary, it is neither. It is worship rendered visible. It is the breath of the soul turned fragrant. To some eyes, the swinging, thurible, billowing clouds of scented smoke may seem like religious pageantry, or at least a curious thing to do indoors. Why bring smoke into a perfectly clean church? Asks the skeptic. But, to the Catholic heart, that rising incense is as familiar as candlelight and as essential as breath. It is the ancient visual liturgy of longing, a sacramental sigh. As the psalmist prayed, "Let my prayer rise like incense before you, the lifting up of my hands like the evening sacrifice." Psalms 141, verse 2. The church burns incense, not because God has a nose, but because man has senses, and God, knowing man, meets him through them. Incense engages the body to awaken the soul. The smell is not accidental. It is sacramental. It signals the presence of the divine, the awe of the sacred. When the priest swings the thurible, he is not merely perfuming the air. He is sanctifying space, claiming it for heaven. As the incense rises, it does what the liturgy does. It reveals the invisible. And incense is paradoxical. It clouds the air to make things clearer. It obscures the sanctuary only to unveil its holiness. It chokes the proud and consoles the penitent. In its swirling mist, one sees both the mystery of God and the frailty of man. It is holy fog, divine ambiguity that makes meaning sharper. But incense is not merely symbolic smoke. It is the lifeblood of trees. True frankincense, the finest of which comes from the boswellia trees of the Arabian Peninsula and the Horn of Africa, is drawn through deliberate wounds carved into the bark. The sap bleeds slowly over days, hardening into golden tears that are then harvested, crushed, and burned. Every grain of incense used in the liturgy is the result of sacrifice, a tree offering its inner essence through a wound. It is the lifeblood of creation, made fragrant through fire, a burnt offering rising toward God. And here the allegory becomes profound. Christ too was pierced. From his side flowed blood and water. On the altar, his blood is offered again, not in terror, but in tenderness. And alongside that divine offering, the blood of the boswellia is consumed, not by lips, but by flame. One is divine, the other natural, yet both are drawn from wounds and rise as oblations. In the liturgy, the created world groans and offers itself with man, who offers himself with Christ. Like the resin of the tree, his lifeblood is poured out, and in every Mass it is offered anew. Thus, incense becomes not only a sign of our prayers, but a shadow of Christ's own oblation. Each wisp of smoke whispers of wounds, of offering, of sweet surrender. The sanctuary does not merely smell holy, it is holy, and the smoke reveals it. This practice is as ancient as it is sacred. From China to Egypt, incense has adorned temples. The Old Testament describes how Moses was commanded to build an altar solely for its offering. Exodus 30. And in Solomon's temple, the smoke filled the Holy of Holies like a cloud when God's glory descended. The Magi brought frankincense to the Christ child not out of opulence, but prophecy, declaring with fragrance what words could not. This child is God. And so the Church, heir to Israel and keeper of the Magi's gifts, has always seen incense not as ornament, but as theology. In the book of Revelation, bowls of incense rise in heaven, which are the prayers of the saints. On earth, the same symbol rises from our altars. Earth touches heaven in a perfume of prayer. Incense is not superstition. It is a sacramental. It blesses. It sanctifies. The altar is incensed. The gospel is incensed. The offerings are incensed. The people are incensed, because everything is drawn into the sacrifice. It is a holy fog enveloping the faithful in mystery and majesty. It tells the nose what the soul should know: God is here. Even the skeptic, catching a whiff of that ancient aroma, may feel himself transported. Something in it hints at a world beyond the ordinary. The child, watching the smoke rise, may not understand doctrine, but he knows something is happening, something sacred, something real. There is a kind of whimsy in it all, a Chestertonian irony. We fill the air with smoke, not to obscure reality, but to reveal it. We crowd the senses to clarify the soul. In the incense's scent, the liturgy declares, this is no ordinary room, and this is no ordinary gathering. The God who made heaven and earth has descended to dwell among men, and the smoke rises, not as waste, but as welcome. Holy smoke indeed, for it is the visible breath of prayer, it is the wound of the world turned to worship, and it leaves behind a sweetness, long after the last ember dies, reminding us that even our longings, if offered rightly, ascend to God like the fragrance of a holy fire. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video and share our passion for defending the true faith with a touch of humour, be sure to head over to chestertonsjest.com. Please support us by grabbing a bag of our gourmet flavoured coffee, or take one of our beautifully scented candles, and consider slipping into one of our fun and fervent graphic tees or hoodies, designed to make you think and look good while doing it. Whether you're looking to wear your faith proudly or share a laugh, we've got something for everyone. Visit us today and join the movement, because in times like these, it's more important than ever to stand firm in our beliefs with style and wit. If you love what you hear, please don't forget to support the show by shopping at our store. Your purchase helps us keep this channel running and ensures more great content comes your way. As Chesterton once said, a madman is not someone who has lost his reason. A madman is someone who has lost everything except his reason. So, let's keep our reason and our faith intact together. Thanks for listening. God bless you, and may the good Lord be praised.